decide to K Swap? I wanted to turbo the car. That was my original intent when I bought this shell, and I've seen the reliability issues that come with a turbo. There's oil leaks here, oil leaks there, rods here, rods up there, and so I figured the best bet to build a good platform was a stock reliable motor that comes out of a car your mom would drive to go to Wegmans. Being that it's out of a newer TSX, they're typically not beat on, so I figured it was a better starting platform, also cheaper than the A2 swap. So if I ever wanted to go turbo, these things will hold 500-600 horsepower all day. It's just a good platform to start with that leaves you room to grow. Also, it keeps if you left it NA, if you do leave it NA, it will keep the Miata theory of, it's not crazy horsepower, it's not 500 horsepower right now. It's still, you can get in it, you can go watt everywhere if you really wanted to, and it would still have the Miata essence around it. What did I not expect on the swap? For starters, I definitely underestimated the cost that it was going to be. The Ultimate Swap Kit gets you the essentials and whatnot, and then there's also a lot of other parts you need, which if I had really read through it, I probably would have understood, flywheel, all that stuff, ECU. Driving it is that it just keeps going. The dyno charts for these things go, it doesn't stop at rev limiter. It just, the horsepower keeps going up. So it's not like you're driving a car that makes 100 horsepower and it peaks halfway through and you're like, all right, well, I just got to shift halfway. It's, you bang it up to rev limiter and it just keeps going and going and going. Like, there's more there. We know there's more there. So, and the third is definitely just how loud a 3-inch K series is. It's deafening. I have a silencer in the exhaust now to quiet it down a bit, but it's definitely Honda loud. Definitely Honda loud.
Yeah! Woo! It doesn't actually sound bad. Spoke too soon.
What's it feel like driving the car? It still definitely has that Miata essence to it. It's peppy, it's fast-ish. It's not going to blow anybody's doors off, but it's faster than a 1.8 Miata for sure by a fair bit. And the torque from the get-go definitely makes it. You come out of a corner in whatever gear you put your foot down, and it carries away. You're going down the thruway in 5th gear at 65. You put your foot down, you can be at faster speeds in no time. I'm not gonna say what speeds, but it goes in any gear. You don't have to downshift. The 1.6, I had to put the thing into 3rd if I wanted to pass somebody on the thruway. This is just, it's easy to drive everywhere, and I get in turnkey. It's reliable. It hasn't really left me on the side of the road just yet. So, what would I do different? For those of you that are planning on doing this swap, or maybe the K24A2 swap, I don't know if it works with that, but the biggest thing is I would have spent the extra couple $100 and done Honda. It's a much more proven system. The customer support is there. The history is there for all the other Honda swaps. I mean, the first thing you think of when somebody says they K-swap their cars for an ECU is Honda. The features in Honda are easier. You can turn things off, turn things on, make it read whatever you want. Whereas this is more, it has a lot of features, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely much more finicky than what Honda would have been. And not that the customer support hasn't been great. They emailed me back at like 9 o'clock at night when I had a question, so definitely shout out there. But plug and play harness for Honda comes with, you can buy with this swap that would have really pulled the whole build in almost a month if we had just ran the plug and play harness. It's high quality stuff. It works because they test it, and it answers a lot of questions that you might have in the future if you build your own harness or you use a different ECU. So going forward, since we would have to switch out the harness, I'm probably going to leave K-tuner in unless it really starts giving me some issues. But going backwards, I would have done. If I had known, I would have gone Honda for sure. The hardest thing that I had to deal with the swap, I don't know. Wiring, if I'd done it myself, probably would have been the answer there, but thanks to Matt, I mean, he did really all the heavy lifting. The hardest thing was troubleshooting little issues here and there. No VTEC, which was just a bad solenoid array on the side of the block. The clutch issues, which KMiata helped me out with, sending me a bunch of parts to help troubleshoot it. And there was a small valve cover oil leak that we hopefully fixed today. But that was just, bad gasket. Just little things here and there that I don't want to say they were unexpected, but they were definitely, I hadn't planned for them. So I'm not surprised that they're there, but swap isn't you throw it in, you go and drive it down the street. There's some legwork that needs to be done to make it reliable. Because the motor doesn't belong in this chassis, right? It came sideways out of a front-wheel drive sedan, and now it's the right way in a right-wheel drive convertible. So there's little things that need to be done here and there, but nothing that long-term is going to affect reliability. So what's next for this? There were a couple options. Really just one option was ITBs on this thing and try and make high around the 250 horsepower range. I think that plan is going out the window, and I think we're gonna strap a baby EFR turbo on the side of it next winter.
It's turbo time.
I don't like the way, and this is sacrilegious, I'm sorry to all of you BMW folk, I don't like the way the BMW trans shifts. It is like a mechanical lever. It's way too much. The Miata one is perfect in my opinion. So likely throw a built transmission in it to hold 300 horsepower, and that's going to be my target. 300 horsepower and a 2,300 pound chassis is still going to be a lot of power. Good enough to drive to work every day, and also good enough to probably hurt some feelings if I really wanted to. And hopefully it stays reliable. But the motor will hold 600 horsepower. KMiata is making 585 on a stock block with a turbo on theirs, so if I'm not going anywhere near that, we'll be all right. I hope.
Awesome. I don't think we need any more. Anything else that you'd want to add? Popcorn tune, obviously.
It's got the burble tune, bro.
That's what's next.
Yeah, burble tune's next.
I like how you started by saying, "Oh, I didn't want to go turbo because of oil leak."
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Next
no,
step,
it's fine.
turbo.
It's fine.
So
So what's next?